Hi guys, and welcome back to our FIFA 20 Sunderland Road to Glory career mode. So in this episode we are going to be going through the month of April, and I think there's a chance by the end of this episode we will know whether we are going to be finishing in the playoff places or not, depending on how results go. But as you can see in this episode we are going to be taking on Norwich, Rotherham, Bristol City and Preston as well. Now we will take on Norwich because they are currently sat in 6th, and this could be a huge decider as to whether we do finish within the playoff places or not. We'll simulate the Rotherham game because they're bottom of the league and they're only on like 6 or 7 points, so we'll leave that to a simulated game. We'll then play Bristol City and then simulate the game against Preston, and then by that time we should know, or there's a good chance we'll know, whether we will be playing in the playoffs come the end of the season. But here is a reminder of the league table. Of course, we're in 4th place at the minute. We are playing Norwich first and foremost, who we are 5 points ahead of, and there's Leeds there as well on 68 points. So we're currently 7 points clear of 7th place. Unless we have a disastrous episode here, whilst everyone else continue to do well, we should be okay. We should remain in the playoff places, which of course isn't the end of the world if we don't finish in the playoffs, because that wasn't my aim in the first place. But now that we've been in the playoffs for quite some time, I kind of want to make sure that we stay in there. My head's kind of turned a little bit, only ever so slightly, but I do really want another season in the Championship. But we will get into this first game of the episode at home against Norwich. And this is the team we're going to go with, and it's a really mixed bag of players because fitness is really bad throughout the team at the minute. So we'll have to go with Rose in goal. We have Denver Hume, Pinnock, Hughes and Hoover across the back. We have Mumba starting alongside Dobson in midfield today with Madison as the cam. We have Gooch on the right hand side, Marin on the left, and Hanlon is starting from the off today. So let's get into it. And here we are at the stage of that, and there is a quick reminder of the league table. Norwich are going to be desperate for a win today, as they are also looking to solidify their place within the playoff places. So it's going to be a really difficult test. We've had to change the lineup, as you guys know, which could really hamper our chances here. A defeat could change absolutely everything, depending on how other results go as well. Come on, lads. Marin onto Hanlon. Go on, son, take him. Keep going, it's still Hanlon. He does drag it, and oh, it's a poor effort. It looked like Marin should or could have really got onto the end of that tame effort, but he's left it. Look, I think Marin could have gone for that, really. But it's a decent little start. Very little happening at the minute. We've only had that one little half chance with Hanlon when he did drag it across goal. Both teams just keep losing possession like that, but no, Cantwell has held onto the ball. Hughes trying to catch up with him, get across to him. Oh no, not the greatest of challenges, but he does keep hold of the ball. To the edge of the box, it's struck and it's straight at Rose. One chance either side, really. Nothing too clear cut. There's no team necessarily dominating either. Can we break now? After intercepting the pass. Go on, make your move, Hanlon. There we go. Go on, Hanlon. Got bags of pace, son. Go on. I can see Marin at the back post. Can he get there? It's towards Marin. Surely. It's in. It's 1-0. What a counter-attack that is. And it's the youngster, Marin, who gets the goal. Come on. It is the counter-attack of dreams. We intercepted from a Norwich attack. We bombed upfield with Hanlon. He drags it across goal. It's inch perfect. It's a lovely finish as well. Placing it into the bottom left-hand corner for Antonio Marin. Get in. How important could this result be if it remains this way? Although in the next episode, everything could go really badly, as we are taking on Aston Villa, who have already destroyed and walked the league. And we're playing Burnley as well, who are in 2nd. So 2 really tough tests in the next episode. We'll just see how this episode finishes first and foremost. But now here is Madison, who has been fouled on the edge of the box. Now here is Madison to take it. He does hit it, and it's dipped, and it's tipped over the bar by the keeper. Second half begins. A very good scoreline, 1-0 at half time. But we're going to want to further the distance and get another one, or we could be in for a really uncomfortable second half. Get there first. Well in, Hoover. That's absolutely class from him. Can we break now? Flick it inside. Here is Mumba, our number 8. Barley, go on. Take him, son. It is Mumba. He just strike it, and it's a terrible effort, but lovely football. And a beautiful challenge from the youngster Hoover at the back, which started that attack. Norwich just keeping onto the ball for quite some time. We're struggling to get the ball off them. They're playing really patiently, keeping the ball around, and that's a great ball over the top for them to chase, and they've tried to knock it round Pinnock, but you're not doing that, son. He's a beast. Go on, get the first. Well in handling. Go on, son. Look at the pace and the acceleration on that man. Knocks it in for Marin. Can he get a cross goal? Surely. Anyone. Oh, it's been blocked by the defender, Goochad. The goal gaping. And it has been blocked. Here they come again. It is Fitzpatrick, who was a nightmare to play against last time. We did play them. Good chance here on the turn. Oh, get into him. Get into him. There's a bit of space and it's been struck straight at Rose, thank God. The possession stats have just come up and Norwich have dominated in that sense. I think they're just under 60% possession, but they're not doing too much with it. Knock it on. Turn. Now here is Hanlon. Can he go all the way? Help him out. Surely I can see it. It is Madison. Surely. How on earth do you miss that? That should have been 2. That really should have been 2. Oh, he scored more difficult goals than that Madison in this series. You would have thought he'd put that one away as well. It has been headed from the corner. And the connections with headers are just terrible. You never get a bullet header, do you know what I mean? Go on, Hanlon. Turn him. Well in, Hanlon. That is class. Out wide for Marin. Knocking across goal. Can he get there? He can't. So many nearly moments in this second half. Just a few moments left, though. Can we hang on as Norwich again dominate possession-wise? They just don't make anything with it at all. They hold on to the ball really well. I say that, but they are coming forward now, and then they're playing it back. Blow the whistle, ref. Blow the whistle. That's it. Just keep defending. They're keeping hold of the ball. They're wasting their own time here. Hold him up. There we go. 1-0. A massive, massive 3 points in the race for the playoffs. Get in. And that victory against Norwich sees us stay in 4th place, and it also sees Norwich, who we have just beat, it sees them slip out of the playoff places, and Leeds have crept up onto 71 points. But as you can see, Aston Villa, slightly off topic there, 110 points with 6 games to go, which is just ludicrous. It's absolutely crazy. They've smashed it this season, so very, very well done to them. And Burnley, it looks like they're going to hit the 100-point mark as well. Stoke as well, it looks like they could hit 100 points. So that'd be 3 teams who could be playing on 100 plus points come the end of the season, which is absolute insanity. But we do have a game to simulate against Rotherham, who are currently bottom of the league. I'm pretty sure they're still on 7 points, which is absolutely terrible. So if we somehow don't win this game, I'll be very, very surprised. We've put out our full strength squad, so I would expect a victory here at home against Rotherham, and we win by 3-0. Of course, Parrott gets himself a couple, and Marin does, or gets himself 1 goal as well. And as you can see, Burnley have now hit the 100-point mark, but we are on 81 points, so we are 11 points ahead of 7th place Norwich. So we're pretty much there already, guys. We're already pretty much going to be in the playoffs, which is absolute insanity. And I'm really, really going to want to win them. I'm really going to want to win them. I just don't like losing, to be honest with you. But although I did say at the beginning of the season, and I've said it throughout consistently, I wanted to finish around mid-table, or at least out of the playoffs. But now that we're in it, of course, we're going to have to try and go for it. But now we are going to be taking on Bristol City away from home. And this is the team we're going to go with. We have Rose in goal, we have Declan John, Pinnock, and we have Willis returning from injury, which is really, really good news. We have O'Neill at right back as well. Power and Dobson in the midfield. We have Embleton as the cam. We have Jamal Lowe on the right hand side, McGeady on the left, and Troy Parrott back within the starting 11 after a couple of goals he did score in that simulated game previously. Let's get into it. And away we go. Bristol City currently sat in, I think, around 11th or 12th place. They've got that mid-table position which we originally wanted. They have nothing to play for as such, but they're starting off quite well here with some decent passing movement. Surely that's offside. It's not been given. They're just taking the absolute mick out of us. This passing is rapid, and it's a great header there. Getting low down. Max Power tracking back there. They've still got the ball, though it is. Andreas Weimann getting to him. Well played. Now, can we get an attack of our own here? We haven't left our half so far in this game. Knock it on again. And it's been cut out. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of our attack. Go on, Lowe. That's class, that from Lowe. It's a great little turn of pace. Pulls it back towards. Oh, the shot was scuffed by Parrott and cleared away. Here's Dobson. In for Embleton. That's lovely stuff there from Elliot Embleton. Gets the ball on the cross goal. Surely McGeady makes it 1-0. Marin has been favoured over the last few games, but McGeady has come in there, shown us what he's worth, and buries it in the 40th minute to make it 1-0. Class football, though. That's lovely stuff there from Elliot Embleton. He's been so good this season. Inch perfect pass across goal. Makes it easy and puts it on a plate for Aidan McGeady. Get in. Here is Dobson. Onto O'Nien, back out wide for Lowe, gets it across goal first time, towards Parrott, and it's in! Parrott with a lovely header. We were just saying over the last couple of episodes how bad headers are, and I think that my point still stands because you just can't get power behind the header. He's headed it into the ground, beautifully enough though, to be fair, completely does the keeper. It's a lovely ball in, heads it into the ground, completely does him, and it's right in the far corner. 2-0. Get him, Parrott lad. And that's his 17th championship goal this season. He's been absolutely amazing, that lad. And there goes the half-time whistle. Not even the best of performances, to be fair. We managed to carve out a couple of little chances and score them both. But I am not going to complain about being 2-0 up at half-time. I mean, it's another team that, possession-wise, they actually look half decent, Bristol City, but they just make nothing with it. They are breaking though now. Bristol City, it's Andreas Weimann in a race with Declan John. Oh, he's been shoved off the ball there, Declan John. Holding it up nicely. Now, this is where all the passing comes into play. They just stop passing it around for absolutely ages and don't really make anything of it. But I say that Weimann is coming down this right-hand side. He has whipped the ball in. That's yours, Rose. Well in. Luke O'Nien. Didn't go over the top forward. Jamal Lowe has acres of space here. Helping Mark. See McGeady at the back post. It is McGeady. It is headed. And that header was going into the ground again. It's still in the box. And that is insane. This should be 3 or 4-0. We're starting to really pile on the pressure now. Oh, that's lovely football. I can see Troy Parrott straight through the middle. Could this be a second for him? Surely it is. It's Parrott. It's 3. It's a great goal. What a lovely move that just completely carved out that Bristol City central midfield. Just completely carved them open with a couple of little passes. Beautifully done, and you're not going to save those from Troy Parrott. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Easy as you like, and that's his 18th league goal this season. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast, that lad. We thought it was going to be Nemecha who was going to be the big sort of vocal point in terms of strikers for us this season. We had no idea that Troy Parrott would be the player he has become this season. He's been absolutely class. Deal with that. Well in. Oh, but they still kept the ball in. It's a decent ball as well. It has been headed away. Defensively, we've actually been so good in recent episodes. Go on, get it away, and again, well played. Hanlon, Nemecha and Marin are all going to come on for the final 8 and 9 minutes or so. Get them a little bit more game time under the belts, keep them happy. And we do have Max Power on the ball to George Dobson, another really solid performer this season. It is Luke O'Nien now. Can he carve out a chance for the lads? Get it down to the byline, or can he get us a corner at least? It's a decent ball, it's a bit too close to the keeper though. It's been held by Bentley. That's a good chance now for them. Will this be a consolation goal? It's a good save by Rose. It's their first real effort on goal, I think, throughout the entire game, and it took them 91 minutes to get just that. They do have a corner, though, which should be the last chance of the game. It is whipped in. Get there first, Rose. He has slapped it away. Still on the edge of the box, though. Get into him. Get it away. That'll do. Oh, it is a free kick. They've got a free kick. They've got another opportunity to put it back in the box or go for goal themselves. It's Andreas Weimann who's stood over the ball. It has been struck and it's over the bar, and there we go, 3-0. What started off to be a really scrappy game ended up being a real dominated affair. 3-0 it's finished, and I'm pretty sure that confirms our place 100% now in the playoffs. And this is how the league table looked after that victory, and as expected, all of the top 3 have hit 100 points. That is just madness. It really is madness. And as you can see, Aston Villa have scored bang on 100 goals this season as well. Burnley with 99 goals. It's just absolutely mad. We've scored 68, which I thought was pretty decent, but they've scored 30 plus more than us, which is just absolutely crazy. But we have confirmed our place in the playoffs. Whereabouts we're going to finish in the playoffs, so that remains to be seen. It looks like it's going to be either 5th or 4th, unless we drastically fall back and tail off towards the end of the season. But we are going to finish this episode off with a simulated game against Preston, who are currently 8th in the league now after a couple of good results. Will we be ending the episode off with a win? No, we don't. We end it off with a draw, and it's Nemecha who gets on the score sheet, and Ginelly scoring the goal for Preston as well. So this is how the league table looks at the end of the episode, and with just 3 games remaining, it looks as though, or it is confirmed, that it is going to be at least Sunderland, West Brom and Leeds in the playoffs. There's still a battle for second place between Burnley and Stoke, as that battle really does begin to hot up, and we do play both Aston Villa and Burnley in the next episode, so we could really have our say in that contest there. But as you can see, Aston Villa are at top of the league with Burnley, Stoke, Sunderland, West Brom and Leeds, with Norwich finishing outside of the playoff places after really having a poor end to the season, with Millwall, Hull and Rotherham bottom of the league. Rotherham still on 7 points, 3 games remaining, and they've only won 1 game all season long. But that will be the end of the episode, guys. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.